stage company, or a relatively new production company, and in the studio we have Dean Sullivan, he's a writer director, and Clare Smith, who's an actress. You're very welcome along this Sunday morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
So tell us about this new production that you've coming up, Dean. You've got a series of one-act plays, is it?
It is, yeah. It's 5 one-act comedy plays, short comedy plays. It's going to be on in the Garter Lane on the 29th of August at 8 o'clock. It's audience wit, and it's mainly a mixture. It's a mixture of dark comedies all the way through to kind of wacky comedies the whole way through. You know, it's a mixture. It's a total of 15 actors are going to be involved in it all together.
Mm-hmm. And this is all new and original writing from the southeast area.
It is, yeah. It's myself and Jamie Flynn. We would be what you call the in-house writers, and it's 2 plays. It's a Garter Lane debut for a local playwright called Alan Cliff as well, who's going to be writing the 5th. And the darker of the comedies. And
tell us about this company. It's a new enough company, but it's been around about a year now, is it?
It's going about a year and a half now. Yeah, we all met in college about a year and a half ago, and we decided to put on a small production in the Granary Theatre. It's the same thing again. It was 5 short comedy plays, and it went out quite well. So we decided then to start up our own little company, a small company. We call it PushPull Productions, and this now will be our 3rd production, which we're doing now. It's our first time in Garter Lane as well, so it's probably our biggest, you know. So
okay, so that'll be an exciting new ground for you. Clare Smith, you're an actress. Tell us about the piece that you're doing.
Well, I'm in the play called Annabelle's Interview, written by Alan Cliff, who was very kindly invited to write and submit a piece for PushPull, and they accepted him. So he's making his debut as a writer for Garter Lane. He's also directing the play, and he's acting in it as well. It's about 26 minutes long, our one. And I play a woman in her 40s who's coming in to have an interview. And the guy who's interviewing her turns out to be an ex-boyfriend. So she's sort of coming in under a pretense of trying to get a job with him, and there's a very dark twist at the end, so I'll leave that hanging for hopefully your audience can come along and view it.
Mm-hmm. This isn't the first time you've worked with PushPull.
No, I've been involved more or less from the beginning. We've done 3 shows in the Granary, so really enjoyed that, but it is my first time at Garter Lane, so this is the big step up, and very much looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. And acting for you is a hobby. Is it difficult to fit in to your daily life?
Good question. I suppose it is, but I have to say I enjoy the adrenaline buzz so much. I really do enjoy rehearsals, and of course the climax then is actually performing on the night. So I'm happy for it to be a part of my life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and back to you then, Dean. You are actually quite an innovative theatre company in the sense that you're actually... You have other little things you diverge out into. You've got your finger in very many pies, for example, the visual arts, and you're encouraging people with workshops to write plays as well.
Yeah, well, at the moment now we started up the PushPull Visual Arts site, which you can see on the website, which is at www.pushpullwaterford.tk. And we also run local writing seminars, and we have a writing competition, which is going on at the moment, and it'll be going on into the new year. Mm-hmm. For any playwrights out there who want to have their plays put on stage maybe sometime in early next year.
Mm-hmm. So this is anybody listening anywhere in the southeast really could take part in this if they wanted to.
Oh yeah, anybody in the southeast. If you have any scripts or anything like that, you can send them send them along to the PushPull Productions, and we'll have a look at them, and we'll hopefully put on a production then in Garter Lane then next year.
And you can have a look on the website for that. So I suppose if you just Google PushPull, it's the handiest way to find those details, is it?
Yeah, we're also on a couple of social networking sites like Bebo and Facebook as well, where we can be found, and a lot more details can be found on the competition there as well.
And you actually work with groups as well to encourage those people in their writing.
We do, yeah. We have a seminar going on at the moment. It's run by Alan Cliff, actually, one of the writers. It's fortnightly seminars down the library, and anyone who wants to come along, we're meeting up again this Friday. We basically talk about our inspiration for writing and how we write and what we write about, and hopefully out of that then we'll enter some of these people into the competition, and we'll get some of their plays on stage, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. And what's the talent like out there?
The talent in Waterford now is actually quite good. There's a lot of very talented people. There's a lot of great stuff coming through. So that's why I suppose we're in the process. We try to create a lot of opportunities for ourselves as writers and actors. But as we went along, there was a kind of a bandwagon of people, so of actors, writers, crew, and what with the likes of Red Kettle and Waterford Youth Arts and the likes coming in now. There's acting talent and talent of all kinds, be it writers, whatever, popping up in Waterford now. So it's a great scene. The whole scene in Waterford now is really buzzing at the moment. There's all kinds of things going on.
Mm-hmm. And was it because you didn't feel you fitted into something like Red Kettle or Waterford Youth Arts that you decided to form your own company? I know you started off in college as a bunch of lads. Was there no other avenue so that you had to create your own?
Yeah. Well, I actually Waterford Youth Arts have actually helped me out a lot now over the years. I actually got into it. I actually got into the drama through a group called Bag of Trees Workshops, which is run by James Rocket. And they're up in the arch up in Waterford Youth Arts. That's where they run from. It's an adult drama course for adults, basically. We have been helped a lot over the years, But we said to as writers and as actors, we just kind of woke up to the fact that would probably be a lot easier to get our stuff out just by doing it ourselves,
And that brings you to this point. Yeah. And you are performing yourself next week. You're going to try and perform a little bit of what you're going to be doing on the night. Yeah,
I'll give it a little piece. It's more or less it's a small part of a play we're doing. It's about it's called Son of the King, and I play a guy coming on the chat show who's claiming to be the son of Elvis Presley. And he's not the full shilling really. He's a bit psychotic. He's basically dressed as Elvis coming on, and he's trying to prove to the whole world that he's actually the son of Elvis. So I'll give you a tiny bit of that.
So we'll have to imagine that you're dressed as Elvis.
So I'll be dressed very badly as an Elvis impersonator almost, and I'll be coming on the show and I'll be claiming that I'm the true spawn of Elvis.
Okay, then let's hear Dean Sullivan as the true spawn of Elvis.
Well, you see, my mammy. You see, it all started back in the early 70s when me mammy and her sisters, they went to see Elvis live in Las Vegas, Nevada, at Caesar's Palace. And you see, well, like all the family, they were all great Elvis fans. So you can imagine, Dexter, how exciting it was to see Elvis live in person. Well, anyway, she decided to go backstage to get a closer look at Elvis himself. And, well, he spotted her backstage and he kind of took a liking to her, if I'm being honest, Dexter. And, well, he invited her back to the hotel that night for a couple of drinks. And, well, 9 months later, I was born the true son of Elvis.
Very good, very good. We have an Elvis fan here in the office. I wonder, he'll have to come along and have a look at that. And you wrote that yourself. Does it follow that you have to play this person? Would it be hard to see someone else do the part?
Yeah, it was. I would have loved to get someone else to do the part. We actually auditioned for someone to do the part, but at the time we actually done it before in our first production. This play, and at the time we didn't have too many actors auditioning for us. Not too many people have heard of us, so I just said to myself, I'm just going to have to do it myself, and plus the temptation as well to kind of just do a character like that. I basically wrote it for myself, I suppose, really.
Oh well, good fun. And are you an Elvis fan?
Oh, huge Elvis fan, absolutely. I wouldn't have wrote it now if I wasn't a huge Elvis fan. I actually was watching the Late Late Show one night and I saw a chap on there who claimed to be the son of Elvis. He was dressed like an impersonator. He actually claimed to be the son of Elvis, and he said Elvis gave him a ring when he first met him, and he said, "You are my son." So from there I just said I have to turn this into a play.
Good stuff. That's great. Well, anybody who wants to go along to this night of plays by PushPull Productions, does it have a name, the night?
It's called An Audience With.
Mm-hmm. An Audience With. An Audience With. It's happening next Saturday in Garter Lane. It kicks off at 8 o'clock. Will it be a long evening then? When we've got
we're hoping to get close to 2 hours with it now. Yeah, it's going to be a long evening. There'll be an interval in between. There'll be 2 halves, and we're going to hopefully it's going to be a great night. Yeah. Okay, good. So contact Garter Lane if you'd like to get some tickets for that. Our thanks to Dean Sullivan and Clare Smith from PushPull for speaking to us this morning for the Sunday Grill.